I was going out with my friends and having such a fun time. And then suddenly I thought, I should probably stop drinking for a while. I don't feel great, anxious and sick. Today we're talking about what would happen if you decided to stop drinking for a month. Maybe I'll have one more drink and then call it a night. And when you give your liver a break, it can start working more efficiently to remove toxins from your body. Your skin might start looking clearer and brighter. Ever noticed how your skin looks better after a night of drinking? Well, alcohol actually dehydrates your skin, which is why it appears less dry and more radiant when you're inebriated. But as you might guess, stopping drinking can have the opposite effect, making it easier to strike up conversations and connect with others. But it can also cause awkward moments and impair your judgment, leading to embarrassing situations. Some people might not want to hang out with you. One thing to keep in mind is that reducing your intake doesn't mean quitting entirely. Take your time and set realistic goals for yourself. While you might experience some initial discomfort and negative side effects, the long-term benefits of improved health, mental clarity, and social connections can be truly transformative. By taking the time to understand your triggers and develop healthy coping mechanisms, you can successfully navigate the challenges of reducing your intake and enjoy the many benefits it has to offer. So if you're thinking about taking a break from alcohol, go for it and see how it makes you feel. You might be surprised at just how amazing your body and mind can feel when you give them the break they deserve. Remember, if you found this video helpful, hit the like button. Subscribe and leave a comment below with your biggest struggle with alcohol or your biggest win if you've reduced or quit. Thanks for watching. If you're used to drinking several alcoholic beverages every day, it's important to gradually reduce your intake over time to avoid any negative side effects. Another thing to keep in mind is that everyone is different and will experience different results. Some people might not experience any negative side effects when reducing their intake, while others might feel more irritable or anxious. Listen to your body and take breaks when needed. If you're not drinking because they are concerned about your well-being, or they might try to pressure you to drink more. Others might appreciate your decision to cut back and respect you for it. Ultimately, your social life might change as you reduce your drinking, but the outcome could be a good thing. You might find yourself spending more time with people who share your values and interests, and less time with those who don't. However, within a month, over time, you might start to see alcohol in a different light. You might begin to question why you drank in the first place and whether it's worth sacrificing your health and well-being for. You might also realize that you do and actually enjoy the taste of alcohol, and that the habit of drinking has become more of a social norm than a personal preference. As you continue to reduce your intake, you might also start to notice that the benefits of sobriety far outweigh any perceived downsides. You might feel healthier, happier, and more focused than ever before, and that can make the decision to quit drinking a lot easier. Your liver will be working overtime to detoxify your blood, and your skin might start looking healthier and more radiant as a result. Whether it be enjoying a glass of wine after a long day, or celebrating a special occasion with a cocktail, according to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, when you drink, it can dull your senses of taste and smell. But as you might guess, reducing your intake can have the opposite effect. Within a few weeks, you might find that you're able to savor the flavors of food and drinks like never before. Plus, your sense of smell becomes more acute, allowing you to appreciate the world around you in a whole new way. The average American who drinks spends around $784 a year on alcohol. That's almost $65 a month. When you're mentally exhausted and struggling to focus on tasks, you might be experiencing brain fog, a common symptom of heavy drinking. But cutting back on alcohol can clear up your mind and help you think more clearly. Studies show that excessive drinking reduces the amount of oxygen to your brain, leading to decreased cognitive performance. But by taking a break from drinking, you give your brain a chance to heal and function at its best. So if you've been feeling foggy lately, it might be time to consider reducing your intake and see if it makes a difference. Imagine what you could do with an extra $65 each month. Invest it, save it, or simply enjoy guilt-free purchases. When you decide to take a break from drinking, you'll be amazed at how quickly those savings add up. But what actually happens when we take a break from drinking? Is it really as hard as they say? Let's get into it. I made my way to the bar and said to the bartender, "One more gin and soda for me." He looked at me and said, "In the first week of quitting alcohol, you might start feeling more irritable and experience mood swings. Increased anxiety and trouble sleeping, which means that when you stop drinking, the neurotransmitters in your brain have to readjust, leading to these symptoms. Don't worry though, these side effects are usually temporary and should subside within a few days as your body gets used to functioning without alcohol. One thing you can do to help combat this is to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water to flush out toxins from your system, and consider incorporating some gentle exercise into your routine to help improve your mood and sleep quality. For some additional tips, I highly recommend the book How to Break Up with Alcohol by Holly Anker. She goes through a detailed 30-day plan to help guide you through this process. You're not going to tell me you don't want another tequila, are you? Yeah, sorry, I think I'm going to call it a night. I went back to my friends and told them I wouldn't be having any more drinks tonight. Their response was not what I expected. What? Why? You aren't driving, are you? So is giving up alcohol actually possible without becoming a boring killjoy? The answer might surprise you. Hi, I'm a naturopathic doctor and health coach who helps people transform their health and energy by ditching the toxins that are making them tired. In our modern society, alcohol is deeply ingrained into our social culture. Many of us drink on a regular basis. The first week, you might notice some negative side effects. But now let's talk about some positive changes you may experience during this process. Your liver starts its detox work. Alcohol is processed by your liver, and here's something you might not expect. You could save money. The second week, your senses become sharper. Ever wondered how much alcohol affects your senses? Here's a game changer. Your mental clarity improves. Ah, yes, the infamous brain fog. And here's a biggie. Your social life might change. Here's the thing about alcohol and social life. Alcohol can act as a social lubricant. The third week, you will start to reevaluate your relationship with alcohol. Now let's talk about some things to keep in mind during this process. In conclusion, reducing your intake for a month can have both negative and positive effects on your body and mind.